Hi, welcome to Universal Interiors. I'm Leslie Engelstead,
And I am Uni Fegley.
and we get to share again today. And what comes to mind this week, we are in the Thanksgiving month, right? So why not talk about being thankful? I think we probably hit this once in a while, but who gets tired of talking about thanks? I hope you don't, because that's really a key to happiness. It really is. If you could get out and just be thankful. And so I'm challenging just before we got going on this today, just giggling a little bit with my girlfriends here, and we were talking about writing things down. Recently, there is a study or a book, however you want to address it. It's called 1,000 Gifts. And this lady's from up in Canada. She's a homeschooler of 6 kids. Can you imagine that one? I have one, which I tried for a good solid year and a half. But she's 6. And she's an author, writer, and she speaks and travels all over. But she's written this book, and it's taken off. It's called 1,000 Gifts, as we're saying. But what she challenges you, all in all, is coming up to write it down. Start writing down, number 1, all the way through 1,000, and find something to be thankful for.
Wow.
What do you think about that? Hard to do?
I'm going to have to say I'm a horrible writer girl.
Oh, you are. I'm a pretty good, okay, love to write things, and I'll just scribble it down. But by doing this, Uni, it calls to mind something to be thankful. It'll pull you out of having a sad day, let's just say.
Can you do it can you give yourself like a month to do it?
Oh, you can do it for a long, long time. I mean,
Okay.
you can take this and have a book sitting on your shelf. Maybe you want to include your family in that.
That
and
is
they could even write it down.
cool.
You know what? Thankful I didn't have to have that test today. You know, something as simple as that your kid when you maybe was feeling that way, or I'm just thankful I looked out and I saw this beautiful falling star. That was a gift right there. There's so many things. Boy, I'm thankful I can taste this chocolate bar. You know, that could be something to be grateful for. A lot of people, you realize, don't even have taste buds anymore, or they don't ever get to taste chocolate. Can you imagine life without that? That'd be pretty harsh.
You know what's interesting is sometimes people don't like to be around people who show a lot of gratitude because they can think, oh, they have no reality in the real world.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
they're
that's
talking
a good
about is
point.
what's positive. Okay, that's great. Have you ever been around someone who only sees negative in people?
Yeah, half
Suck
empty.
the life right out of
It
you.
dries you up. No kidding. And I don't want to be, because I know people plenty out there. I have been told, come on, Pollyanna, or come on, it's not really like that. Don't you watch the news? As a matter of fact, I don't that much, but
I don't
only
either.
because, seriously, I just spent a weekend and I had to be in a hotel and sharing it, and they flipped the TV on in the morning, and I'm listening to a minute and a half only, and I said, because that's how they started their day, really? I mean, I'm not saying you got to know things, you got to be in, absolutely, educated mind is wonderful, but at the same time, how do you educate it? And I think throwing this challenge out there, is that writing it down, have a gratitude journal, you can call it, or you can just, any random notebook. You can write down these things, and it just really, there's something about this, truly, I'm going to challenge my girlfriends here in the room, is that you write it down, and it's powerful. You get to thinking about it, you go back, and I think it also, I've been a journaler for many years, so I write back, and I can open up a random one from 1992, and I can see, oh, I used to think that was such a hard time. And then I look back going, that's nothing, I went through that part of my life. So you can do that sort of thing, or you can just keep it simple, like I'm saying, and write down, start with one and rip them off. Just like my friend today, she just had like 12 things going with a concert, had brought her grandchildren, and it was super fun. It was a Newsboys, it was a kind of rocking thing, and she's their grandma, and she had like 12 of them in a row just to writing down, to be able to watch them, to be able to hear it herself, just, it was a great thing when she was sharing that. There's just a lot of ideas out there. And again, that challenging of writing it down. Martin Luther, as some of you have probably heard of that fella, and he wrote down something challenging from the spiritual side, of course, but he said that Satan hates the pen and the pencil, because with that, as an instrument, you'll write down things, and that he does not ever want us to have a gratefulness. And if we write it down, we have to see it, we have to think on it, and then we'll stop and go, wait, we really do have a lot. And that's why the enemy loves to keep that away from us. So there's another challenge. Some of you might have a hard time writing. Some of you might have no problem like myself writing it all down. But it's just the mindset of thanks. And to write it again is good.
That's a good idea too for like Thanksgiving is coming.
Yep.
Go around the room, all your family
love
and
that.
friends who came to visit. We did that one year, and we all had to, and it was so funny listening to the little kids.
Yeah.
You know,
What are you
I'm
thankful
thankful for my home. I'm thankful for my family. And then you make them dig, okay, that's a good one, but we can't say those are really things.
Really?
And let's kind of think of something just today that happened. And it's funny to hear them think about it. And we have done that before.
That'd be a great tradition, but try right now. That would be a great one around the kitchen table, or if you're in a home by yourself.
That's
and if,
true.
You know, sometimes the holidays bring about a lonely time, and I really will challenge you that are out there that are feeling that way for whatever reason in your life and season right now that you're walking in, to get out and do something for another, and maybe just in that process you'll find just a dozen things why it felt so good, and then come home and jot that down, because there's so many. Or writing a letter. Boy, let me challenge you on that one. I just wish more people would pick up the pen and pencil and just draw a little bit of note of thanks or a thinking of you, and the old-fashioned mail, tuck it on in. I just got one the other day, and I just smiled so long that somebody took the time to think of me, rather than texting's fun, you know, whatever, but writing an old-fashioned card down.
You know, that took some steps.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Go get
And
a
I think our world
stamp.
is just so busy going.
Yeah.
But if you stop and pause, time to be thankful, time to write a note, any of that business, that really gets us going in the right direction, I think.
That's really great. Thankful heart does
Yep.
good like a medicine.
That's right. And that you put those thoughts in front of you, you walk down that road of thanks, and you'll just wait and see. There's so many surprises around the corner, I think, that you'll find. I do. I think we just need to step out and just make it about a grateful heart. Walk in to that store and make sure, well, not faking, but make sure you find something in that store or in the school or wherever you might be walking through, and find something good in there, and maybe let another know that you're grateful for. It's the season of thanks, right?
Give me one thing you're thankful for.
This show right now, we sure do have a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun with us. We are. How about you yourself?
You're thankful for this
Yes,
show?
I am.
I'm thankful for the gift of laughter.
Good one.
Something that I don't really, I wish I could gut laugh. These two ladies that I'm with have, I wish you could hear it.
It's a guttural gut.
It's like it's like right in the gut. I'm a little bit more like up here, so.
She's young yet.
Really?
I think so.
I think Rain is younger than I am. Yes, you
There
heard
we
her.
have it. Find something to laugh about. Keeps you young. Do a dance and look at yourself. That's going to put yourself in a gut laugh. At least myself, it will.
And be thankful for Pete's sakes.
Yeah. It's going to keep you a lot younger looking.
It might give you some more of these little guys, but
Laugh lines.
love them.
Yep.
Thank you.
Healthy way. Thanks again for coming our way.